Hi everyone, this is Dr. James DiNicolantonio, author of The Salt Fix and The Mineral Fix, and today I wanted to talk about food cravings. So most people struggle with food cravings, and there's really a simple fix, and that fix is to consume high protein foods, particularly first, and then consume some type of fiber afterwards. Particularly in the morning, getting at least 50 to 70 grams of protein is a great way to basically set your satiety signals for the rest of the day and to stabilize your blood sugars for the rest of the day. So if I'm not working out that day, I typically only need to consume twice a day. Once in the morning, a high protein meal, which would be pastured steak and pastured eggs, with one greenish banana after I've consumed the healthy fats and protein. So fiber induces satiety very quickly, whereas protein and fat gives you long-term satiety. And this is a great way to stabilize your blood sugars as well and reduce sugar cravings throughout the day, and really just to reduce your food cravings throughout the day. And then typically when I do that, if I consume like 70 grams of protein for breakfast, I don't even need to eat lunch. I don't eat dinner until basically 3 to 5 p.m. So the key here to losing weight is really to eat more protein and to also basically try to build muscle at least 3 times per week by either doing some type of resistance training or lifting weights. And I think that's like one of the keys that a lot of people are missing is they're doing too much cardio, and they're not doing enough things to basically increase muscle protein synthesis through either lifting weights or resistance training. And once you start building more muscle, you start craving more protein, and that actually additional muscle will help you burn more fat as well. Typically, I try to integrate wild salmon, probably like 2 to 3 times a month. So if you're getting like 8 ounces of wild salmon once a week, that's actually pretty good too. But most of my food really is like grass-fed steaks, and a little bit of pastured eggs, a couple of greenish bananas, because when a banana is a little bit green, it has much more fiber and less glucose. And so it's going to not only provide more satiety, but it's going to not spike your blood glucose as much. And that's why I consume about 2 green bananas per day. It gives you a good amount of potassium as well, which is needed because you need a good amount of salt to help fuel you through the day. A lot of people, when they have lack of energy in the morning, they just need to hydrate with some more salt and water is typically what's going on. And so eating an optimal amount of potassium helps basically offset any harms of consuming a decent amount of salt, which we need. We need salt for so many things, but if you're low on potassium, then you're going to have more side effects from consuming a normal amount of salt, and we don't want that because salt is super important. So I will consume some vegetables, some mushrooms, onions, things like that, asparagus, but typically most of my caloric intake is coming from animal foods. And so that's the key to losing weight, really, is to consume high protein first, a little bit of healthy fats, consume something that has a little bit of fiber afterwards, not a packaged meal that contains fiber, but real foods like lightly cooked potatoes with onions, greenish bananas. Berries are a great way too. If you're having a sugar craving, consuming some berries is a great way to offset the sugar cravings, or high cacao dark chocolate. It really should be at least 70% cacao. But even as you go up from 70 to 75% cacao, there's a dramatic reduction in the spike of glucose that will occur per ounce of high cacao dark chocolate. So again, the keys here: eat a large amount of protein in the morning, or if you actually can skip breakfast because that's just easiest for you because you're already in a fasted state, then consuming just lunch and dinner on non-workout days, making sure you're getting, basically, I try to aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Particularly for me, because I'm lean, I have a good amount of muscle mass. That is something that actually helps set my satiety. So all these things will help you to lose weight. And again, building muscle 3 times a week is also very important.